is Karen with VEDA Day 4. I wanted today to talk about reflux, colic, and the chiropractor. Ever since I'd say a week old, Deacon, our son, has been dealing with reflux and colic pretty bad. And by the second, I think like 2.5 weeks, he was screaming, arching his back, not sleeping. And so we decided to call the doctor, and he prescribed us some Zantac, which is the most bitter, disgusting stuff ever, and it's flavored peppermint, which for a baby, I don't know why you'd flavor anything peppermint, but regardless, we tried that for about a week. It helped a little bit, but he developed a lot of gas, which is a side effect of the Zantac. So last Saturday, he was up all night long with reflux, which you could hear it come up and it would burn, and you could hear it go back down, and he would scream, so you know it was burning. And he was also up with gas. About 8:30 in the morning, I was just like, okay, because we had no sleep. I would feed the baby, and David would sleep. And then when I was done feeding the baby, I would sleep, and David would hold the baby because he only wanted to be upright. So at 8:30, I was like, look, we got to do something. So I looked up quick because I had been talking to some moms on Facebook, and they suggested the chiropractor. Now, at first, I was like, really? A chiropractor for a 4-week-old baby? Like, it just seemed a little out there to me. It seemed kind of scary to me. I was like, what do you mean? But I did a little bit of research, and apparently it's supposed to really work. And there's a lot of testimonials out on Google, and so I found a chiropractor that specializes in pediatrics and babies, and I called her practice. They were open on Saturdays, which made me call her practice. And she didn't answer, but I left a message, and I was like, look, my son's been up all night. He's 4 weeks old. I need help. I need him to be relieved of this. And she didn't get back to me till Tuesday. She'd been out of town, and her office staff was out of town. So anyway, she called me on Tuesday. We had a little discussion, and we set up an appointment for today, which was Friday. And I decided that I would also go because after the 48 hours of back labor, I felt like I needed an adjustment as well. So we made an appointment, which during this last Saturday, also, because I didn't get a hold of her until Tuesday, I called our pediatrician, and I said, look, the Zantac just isn't working. He happened to be the doctor on call. The Zantac isn't working. Please call us in some medicine. Well, they called us in the Prevacid Solutabs, which is just a little pill that dissolves. You're supposed to dissolve it in a little breast milk or water and then give it to him. Well, he wasn't sure if our insurance would cover it. He said a lot of insurances don't like it because it's very expensive. So I called the pharmacy, and they said it did go through. However, it was $95. They said, we're not really sure why it's that much, but you can call your insurance. This is all on a Saturday, okay? So I called them, the insurance, and I said, look, I don't understand. Is it a deductible issue? Like, why is it so much money? And they said, well, it's a not preferred drug. And I said, well, what is preferred? And they said, well, the generic form of Prevacid. Well, generic form of Prevacid, which I can't even pronounce, begins with an L, doesn't come in the Solutabs. It only comes in an adult form. And I said, well, what would be another option? What would you rather him be on? They said, well, there isn't anything. And I was like, okay. So, like, my options were $95. They said, well, you could fill for 90 days and pay $175. And I'm like, well, if I don't have 95, I can tell you right now I'm not going to have 175. So, especially if we're going to be on it for several months. I mean, I could see maybe paying it once, but it's going to be more than once. So, I did more research on Google, And I found that Prevacid, the generic, can be compounded at a compounding pharmacy, which is only certain pharmacies, and you have to be very careful where you go, and you have to make sure that they know what they're doing and have a good reputation, etc. So we happen to have 2 in our area, and we called them, and they had Saturday hours, thank goodness, and they were able to turn the generic Prevacid into infant form, which is just, it's put into a substance. So anyway, so it's liquid, so we can just give it to him with an eyedropper. So, and that only costs us $5. So he's been on Prevacid for about a week. And Prevacid doesn't stop the spitting up. It doesn't stop the reflux. It just makes it more comfortable for him. So he's not in pain. And so he's been on that for about a week now, and he's been doing much better. And then today we had our chiropractic appointment. And basically all they do is she had me put Deacon hold him. And then she felt his spine, and she could feel that, I think it was, I don't know the numbers of the spine, but anyway, she could feel that there was a misalignment here, and she's, and after we discussed his positioning in the womb, it made a lot of sense as to why he was unaligned there. And then up at his neck, where he had been pushing against my spine for 48 hours. So, and basically, it's not like an adult chiropractic adjustment. Basically, all they do is they feel, and she just tap, 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 really light vibration. I mean, that's it. I mean, you're barely moving it. And she said you just tap it back into place. She said in a baby, they don't have muscles that are pulling back at like an adult would have muscles, because we know we have a different gait and whatnot. Infants just don't have that. So there's really no reason, there's no cracking involved, there's no pushing involved. It's just tap, 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 little vibration, tap, 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 little vibration. That's it. He was done, boom. I think it was less than 5 minutes. Very gentle. He slept the whole time. And then I got my adjustment as well. But so far, she said that we can expect an improvement within the next couple of days. That, the nerves in that area are still a little bit inflamed because of it being unaligned. And that usually babies, after their adjustment, sleep really good. So I will definitely do a follow-up as to if the chiropractor has worked for him. But I just thought it'd be kind of cool to do a vlog on the options and what we kind of have gone through so far. Thanks for watching. Bye.